So I heard this thing once that the first baby is easy to trick you into having more. Obviously that's logically BS, but it's something that I've been telling a lot of people when they ask me. Um, Side thing, why do people ask if your baby's a good baby? Like, all babies are good babies. You know, she's not a bad baby. Anyway, but it's a sort of self-depreciating, self-deprecating thing that I've been saying, to sort of, I don't know, lampshade the fact that I'm kind of bragging. Cause, okay, so the other day I was doing my weekly plan with me, for this last week, and I realized afterwards that I had spent like 5 minutes of the thing, because I was like trying to talk and write at the same time, and you can't really think about what you're saying when you're trying to do that. I realized I was gushing on for like 5 minutes about just how good our baby was over the weekend, and over Thanksgiving, and how well she's been sleeping. And I realized that that probably kind of came off as a little bit braggy, and I wanted to apologize for any other struggling moms out there whose babies maybe are not sleeping that great, or are struggling with other things. Like, she's a good baby, and we're very lucky. I guess there's some things that are more challenging than others, but I think overall she's been really good. I don't know, like, I feel like I have to apologize. For one thing, I do feel sorry if I, I don't know, made it sound like I was bragging. But it's kind of weird that we feel like it's like a zero-sum game thing where you can't, like, I don't know, trigger somebody, or I'm not sure what my point is exactly. I feel like I kind of get this sort of survivor's guilt, like I dodged a bullet, and that I'm not struggling too much with anything. I don't know. But on the other hand, I am like genuinely really, really proud of how well she's been sleeping. And I keep looking at her on the video monitor, or like sneaking in to watch her sleep, because it's so adorable and so sweet, and she's been doing really well. We moved her into the nursery, I think I mentioned that. And so we've got the bedroom here, like I have the light on while I get into my pajamas, and she's across the hall. And she's probably going to be asleep for another couple of hours before she wants to eat. Anyway, this is going to turn into another braggy video if I keep that up. So I guess I just wanted to say, like, solidarity. It's really true what they say, or do they say, but like that your memory is one of the first things to go when you're a new mom. And while in theory I remember what it was like the first month or two, as far as like not getting any sleep, and being in constant pain from the C-section and all that, like a lot of the visceral details have sort of faded, and right now we're just at a place where like I'm pretty good at getting her in and out of the car and going out and doing things without feeling self-conscious, or like breastfeeding in public, or putting her down for naps. Things that were very daunting early on have become really manageable, and we're in a good place. But that's 5 months in, and I, like the first, man, I do remember Googling things in the, wee morning hours, like, when can you let the baby sleep, like, when can you stop waking the baby up overnight to eat every 3 hours, and the answer was like 2 weeks, I think, or maybe, yeah, I think the answer was like after 2 weeks you're probably good. And at this point we were just like maybe 4 days in, and 2 weeks seemed like an eternity away. And of course now looking back at it, like I barely even remember, I remember details like setting an alarm for 3 hours after her last wake up so that I could wake her up to feed her again. I remember trying to keep her awake in the nursery, but I don't like still feel what it was like to be that tired, and I think have glossed over it already in my mind. Yeah, I feel like this topic has sort of become a nebula, and maybe that's because I'm still, in the end, kind of sleep deprived, Partially because I put the baby down to bed by 8 and don't get to bed myself until like 11 because it's just nice to have all that free time. Now that we have the bedroom free, you know, it's like the whole world is opened up. Anyway, that's that. I wouldn't have made a video about this if I weren't doing Vlogmas, so you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe because I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.